This is never something that we like to see, and it's almost a bit surreal because we are likely looking at one of the worst hurricanes that we've seen here in the Atlantic Basin. Over the last couple of days, we've seen the storm surge come up here, the forecast of our storm surge. So we're going to take a closer look at what is the reasonable worst case scenario. So this is what could potentially happen with this system above areas of normally dry ground. So we're taking a look here at South Florida. We're going to take a closer look here at as well into the Bonita Springs area, Sanibel, and Fort Myers, because some of the numbers here, in particular in the Fort Myers area, are staggering. If we look at a place like Fort Myers Beach, notice those orange colors. That is 6 to 9 feet above normally dry ground as your reasonable worst case scenario. And north of that, we have a potential for 9 feet above normally dry ground. So some of these places could likely be underwater if we do quite exhibit that reasonable worst case scenario. If we go down a little bit further now to the Naples area down the coast, another region that is particularly prone to storm surge, take a look at some of these numbers. This is now the Naples area. There's a very widespread 3 to 6 foot potential here, reasonable worst case scenario, and a lot of orange and red as well. Again, if we zoom in even closer, taking a look at some of these roads, 9 foot potential here. This is life-threatening and catastrophic storm surge. So please, this is what it looks like on the map. We want you to get an idea of what to be expecting, but we can also show you what this looks like in 3D if this were to potentially happen. So here we go. Here's our monitor here showing you what it would look like as that water starts coming up to 3 feet. Notice that is enough water to submerge your car. That car might even begin to lift up off the ground. You notice that it's coming now into the lowest levels of your home. But if you happen to exhibit that 6 foot range, now this is some of the numbers we could be expecting potentially in some of these areas. Notice this water's over my head. I would not be able to stand in this without this much water. But now we also have things floating in the water that you might not be able to see. So this is definitely not a situation you want to find yourself in, as that water is now likely into the second story of your home. And if we get up into that 9 foot range, if that is exhibited, the entire lower level of your home is gone. So this is not something that you can withstand and outlive. So please, again, heed those warnings by your officials. We're going to have much more coverage coming here at the Weather Channel. We have crews live in Florida.